So my collection expanded quite a bit in 2025, which I was definitely not expecting it to do so, especially not at the scale that it did, but it did, and I'm very grateful, very happy, but also, I need to slow the hell down. Going into this new year, 2026, I told myself, okay, Lena, you're not going to get new dolls until at least halfway through this year. And then I got a new doll in January, so that was like immediate fail. But I didn't actually make it a New Year's resolution, because I didn't make a New Year's resolution. So technically, I didn't betray anyone except my own trust for myself, which wasn't even that high to begin with, so really, no loss here. Plus, I got one of my dream dolls, Marisol Luna. I love her so much. I haven't even taken her out of her meat outfit yet. She came in her full meat. I got her on Instagram. When you know, you know. And I just could not pass her up, and I'm very happy. But then I told myself, okay, so Marisol was a special exception. So now we're really not gonna get new dolls. And then AG was like, hey, K-pop Demon Hunters. And I pre-ordered Zoe. It was not a good start for me. But now I'm really like, okay, no, we're done. We'll see how long that lasts. But we're not talking about this year. We're talking about last year, 2025. The year that simultaneously felt too long and also not enough time at all. Like, January, February dragged, and then I blinked, and it was New Year's. I'm like, where did the time go? Here's to hoping that 2026 will be a better year. Please. When I first made this video in 2023, no, I made it in 2024, but it was all dolls I got in 2023. I said, wow, I got $5, that's a lot. 2025, I got 7. That's insane. Especially when in 2024, I only got 3. It was like, oh yeah, we're doing so well, we're cutting back. And I just went completely the other direction. Well, technically I got 6, but I do have just... I'm not making a 6-7 joke. I'm not making a 6-7 joke. I'm not making a 6-7 joke. Oh no. Why? I got 7 technically, but 6 I got new to me. And 1 was a reintroduction into my collection. This is not meant to brag in any way, shape, or form. I did buy most of these dolls myself. 1 I got as a Christmas gift. And also a disclaimer, I am just getting out of having a really bad head cold. I was dying this entire week and I'm feeling better, but I'm still kind of congested and my voice isn't completely back yet, if you couldn't tell. But I really wanted to make this video. I need doll time desperately. I'm doing this instead of doing homework. I make great life decisions, guys. I swear. So let's go back to 2025, January 21st, when this lovely lady arrived at my door. Here's her outfit. She's so cute. This is Mia St. Clair, who is the girl of the year of 2008, and I wanted her so badly for so long. Back when the Chicago store still had our little girl of the year display, they took it away for no reason, and I was so pissed. But that's not the point. But I would always look at her and stare at her, and I just thought she was the cutest thing ever. Her little face with her little freckles that you can't really see. And I love her wig. It is so thick. She was definitely a dream doll of mine for so long. And then someone on Instagram was selling a bunch of their stuff on Mercari, and I found her. She was there. They had put back in her meat braid, and she was completely nude. She didn't really come with anything else other than her, but I was so excited for her, and I'm like, yeah, I can live without her meat outfit. I just really want her. And she had the older, lighter hazel eyes that AG used to make, and I was just like, this is perfect. And I went up to my sister, and I was pacing around in her room like, oh my gosh, should I do it? Should I do it? Should I do it? She was like, girl, do it. And so I did it. I renamed her Arwen, so this is Arwen, and she has made many appearances on my channel, especially in the last year that I got her, because she's just so adorable. And again, she was a dream doll of mine for so long, and she's definitely one of my favorites. I just adore her, and I just found both of Mia's books at a secondhand bookstore, so we get to read her series together, which I love. Yeah, so she was a great start to the new year. So my first brand new doll of 2025 is Miss Nikki Hoffman. I renamed her Leota, and I got her at the AG Play Chicago, which It's the only AG place I've ever been to, so when I say AG place, I mean the one in Chicago. But I got her at the Berry shopping event that they had in March. I got her March 23rd. It was the first one that I went to, and this was like back when they weren't doing these like every 3 months. Like, I swear to God, they just keep doing it and doing it. I'm like, guys, chill, please. My mom was the one who actually said that I should get Nikki. We walked by the historicals, Nikki and Isabel's displays, and she's like, oh, you should get her. And she's like, go, start looking for one, because I know you take forever. And I'm like, wow. Here's her little outfit. I think it's really cute. Yeah, I'd wanted Nikki since she came out. Out of the two Hoffman twins, she's definitely my favorite. In terms of looks, like, I love her wig. It's so soft, and just, I love these money pieces in the front. She's a Jaw Space Mold, which is my favorite. And just her overall style and aesthetic is a lot more me. I always joke, I say this all the time, that me and my sister are Nikki and Isabel. I am Nikki and she's Isabel. Isabel is coming. I do want her. Again, not until at least halfway through this year. Lena. She really comes alive in my collection. I think she just has like such a fun and spunky personality. She's just so loud and outgoing. I love her with glasses. I can't imagine her without these now. I didn't originally think that she would have glasses, because there were some dolls that I'm like, oh yeah, if I get you, you're gonna get glasses. She wasn't one of them, but I found these, I put them on her, I'm like, this makes sense. It just makes sense. I just love when dolls come together like this. And speaking of the Berry shopping events, this is Beth. She's my Truly Me 132, and I got her at the June 1st shopping event when they released her 130 and 131. But I decided to get Beth here, 132. She's just very unique. Specifically her wig. It is so nice, so voluminous, so much fun. I love putting her in headbands, just having her hair just like flow free with her little curly bangs. It felt like I had to wait forever for this doll to release, because photos of her from the toy fair were circling around AGIG for months beforehand. I was just like, I need this doll. I need her. She's so pretty. And she looks like a character of mine from a story. Like, obviously, it's my character come to life. I need her. So here she is, and I love her so much. And she's my first new Truly Me, like, post-revamp with the eyelashes and everything. And no regrets. I think she's gorgeous. I think it would have been nice if she had brown eyes. I think it's AG Forever Fun on Instagram gave his 132 brown eyes, and she's gorgeous. I don't think there's really a need for me to change mine. I think she's really cute as she is, and I've never eye swapped before, and also she has the zip ties, and I don't have the materials to give her neck strings and everything like that. So that's just not my forte, but that's alright, because she's gorgeous. Yeah, I went with my mom and my sister again, and I was pretty sure I was gonna get Truly Me, because along with the 3 new dolls, they released these meat outfits, the current ones that are available right now, that I love so much, especially after those t-shirt dresses, which was horrible. And even the beforehand with the star dress and the pink jacket, I didn't really like that one either, so I was so excited for this one. So I was gonna get Truly Me, and I was asking my sister which one I should get, and she said, well, I just get the new one. And I'm like, you're so right. The heater's going now. It be like that. But this is a doll that I did not think I would add this soon. This is Ruthie, who is Kit's best friend. I renamed her Ruth, so I just took off the IE. But I named her Ruth after a character in my favorite book, Trained by Danny M. Cohen, which is a book I read in freshman year of high school, and it changed my life. So highly recommend. I knew I wanted to get her because I did like her. I did think she was really pretty, but she wasn't like top of the list priority for me. I remember the first benefit sale that we went to back in 2014, they actually sold out of Ruthie before we were able to get in. So she was always kind of felt like a doll that was like just out of reach for us. Like, we have Kit, and she's my sister's doll, and we're like, well, she needs her best friend, obviously. Someone was selling her on Instagram for a great price, and she came with her pajamas as well and her meat dress, so that was a nice surprise. She was a Ruthie that had just come back from doll hospital, so her wig is very nice and very soft and curly. It's a bit hard for me to curl, actually, which is surprising given how short it is, and just like, it isn't tight coils by any means, but I just have a bit of difficulty taming it sometimes. But it's really pretty, and she's really cute as well. Decided to have another doll with gray eyes. She's really cute. She's a severe neck gap going on, and I've tried to fix it multiple times. It just never works, so she's gonna be she's gonna have a longer neck, and I think that's okay. Yeah, this was another one of those things where I saw her and her price, and I'm like, I can't pass this up. Like, this is just so perfect. So I got her, and she arrived at my house July 22nd. She came, and I ran it to my sister's room, and I opened her in her room with her. 'Cause, I mean, like, it's her girl, so just made sense, I guess. Ruth is a lot of fun. I made her, like, my fandom, Tumblr, blog running, fanfic writing, AO3 extraordinaire doll. She's just a lot of fun. I feel like Ruthie is a very underrated doll. If you ever get a chance to grab her, I say go for it, definitely. She's really cute. I know a lot of people don't really like the lined eyebrows. I don't have an issue with them. I think they're fine. They're definitely not my favorite, but I feel like I look at them and I'm just like, ah, yes, classic American girl eyebrows. So that's just me. I think this outfit's quite fun. Little winter fit. This coat is so soft. It's just like, just gonna go over here stroking her arm like she's a cat or something, and you just enter my evil lair. I'm like, welcome. Guess what year it is, guys? It's the year of Raquel! Here is Raquel Reyes, the girl of the year for this year, 2026. And I got her in 2025 because for some reason AG's like, hey, let's just release the girl of the year early for no reason. I miss the hype of January 1st and going to the store and just nostalgia. I was really excited for her. I remember the leaked photos of her in the trunk came out and I was just floored. So that turned off. Nice. I hadn't been that excited for a Girl of the Year release like since Corinne. I remember seeing Corinne's leaked photos and just literally gasping out loud like, oh my god, I need this doll. Same thing happened with Raquel here. So I got her as soon as I was able to. Picked her out in store on September 21st. She did have a wig issue, unfortunately. If you saw my opening video, you'll know. So I had to go back and exchange her for this one, but I'm so glad I did because her hair is, this wig is much better. It's much softer. And she's gorgeous. She has the decal brown eyes, which are my favorite eyes, and Joss mold, my favorite mold. She's so cute. And yeah, here's her little outfit. My sister really likes this one. I really like her collection as well. Again, I hadn't felt this excited about a Girl of the Year's collection since Luciana's back in 2018. So it's been a while since I was really floored by a Girl of the Year collection. I'm very excited about her and I really love her a lot. I did rename her, by the way. Her name is Esmeralda, Esme in my collection, and she is a witch. She has magical powers. Mostly the gift of prophecy. She has prophetic dreams that she then draws on a little sketchbook. So I think that's pretty fun. I've always liked that idea. I was deep into Merlin hyperfixation when I got her, so that's probably, that definitely influenced her. Go get yourself a Raquel, please. Especially since this is our first Latina Girl of the Year since Luciana. Again, let's support this. Yeah, since I've been sick, she's also been my little companion, keeping me company. So we've definitely had a lot more bonding time in the past week. But she's really sweet. Speaking of Luciana, you might be sitting there going, Lena, what the hell? Luciana is Girl of the Year 2018, but she's been retired for ages. What is she doing there? Why is she here? Did you buy her secondhand? The answer is no. Gentle viewer, if you were even asking those questions. I did not buy her secondhand. I in fact rescued her from our basement, even though I put her there. I got this doll in January of 2018 when she first came out. And I really enjoyed her, really liked her a lot. Liked her collection a lot as well. A couple years went by, was not really vibing with her as much. I couldn't really style her, I couldn't figure out her style, I couldn't figure out her hair. So these bangs are quite finicky. I know they changed the style of her bangs, like, later on, but again, I got her, like, right when she released. So these are the bangs that are very, like, thick and fall in her eye all the time. I was getting frustrated with that, I just really couldn't figure her out. So I decided to pack her away, and she's been away 4 years, I think. I never planned on selling her because she was Girl of the Year. Plus, she's one of AG's few Latina characters. Felt a deep connection with her as a Latina myself. So she just kind of sat around in our basement, and then I was really missing her this past year. So on October 22nd, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get her out and try this again. Let's try to figure out her style and everything and see what happens. And I decided to dress them in black and white, neutral colors. This is the overall vibe. And I gave them eyebrow piercing and a nose piercing, and I'm like, oh, we're so back. We are so back. So this is Lucia, and if you know my collection, you know that I have a Truly 66 named Yahida, who I got because she looks a lot like Luciana, and at the time I didn't have Luciana. So I decided I'm not getting rid of Yahida because I love her a lot. Definitely have formed a deep attachment and connection to that doll. So I decided that Lucia and Yahida are gonna be twins. I'm changing Yahida's last name to Vega, so it's Yahida Vega and Lucia Vega. I'm really enjoying them a lot. They're just they're really cool. They do have the bad eyes, unfortunately, but I honestly can't really care that much. I just love having them. They're just absolutely gorgeous, so cute, and I forgot how soft their wig is. But here they are. They're so I love this outfit that I put them in. Like, I need to take it out. I need to change them, but I don't want to. That's my little tip for you all if feeling a bit disconnected from a doll. Maybe put them away for a bit, ruminate on it, try again, change up their style, name, maybe even pronouns or anything, give them a story, and see what happens. But yeah, I'm glad they're back. So this is why I said technically I got 7, even though I got 6 new ones. Because Lucia's not technically new. I've had them for 8 years? Dude, that's disgusting. They're iconic in every way possible. And finally, the last doll that I got in 2025 is Miss Virginia here. This is Playline Anna, but I renamed her Virginia. Ginny. She is a poet. She loves nature, getting lost in the woods. Got her for Christmas from my mom. Playline Anna and Elsa too, I think, went on sale at some point in December on the American Girl website, and my mom was like, yeah, you wanted this doll, right? I'm like, yes, I did. She's like, okay, I'm gonna get it for you. I'm like, thanks, Mom. So I remember when the collector Anna came out, I'm like, wow, like a Joss mold with blue eyes and red hair. Very unique. I'm not paying that much for her. And I also absolutely despise the glitter eyeshadow. I don't know what it is about it that I just hate so much, but I can't. Especially after the Playline Rapunzel came out, after she'd been a collector doll, I'm like, okay, maybe they're gonna make Playline Anna, so I'll just wait for that. So I waited very patiently. And now she's here. She's so cute. You see her eyes and her freckles, and she's very unique. Also, my palest doll now, which is insane. Like, she's paler than Blair, and I thought Blair was ghostly pale, but like Anna's a whole other level. This is my Jenny. We have a lot of fun. When I opened her wig was pretty choppy. There were a lot of flyaways coming out of her braids, unfortunately, and a lot of hairs that I had to pick out. I really didn't want to return her, even though like her eyes are a bit wonky, but I just love this doll specifically, and I just formed such an attachment to her, and I didn't want to get rid of her. So her wig's definitely not perfect, but she's just so cute, and it's a really soft wig. And this is her. Here's a little outfit. It's a simple one, but I think it's fun. She's just so cute. I'm so endeared by her little face. Remember when I said Moana was probably going to be the only Disney doll that I got? Well, and now with the Playline Jasmine as well, like, that doll is stunning, and I really want her. So I'm just like, I can't say anything anymore. She was a great way to end the year, and I was very grateful for my mom for getting her for me. And those were all the dolls that I got in 2025. Again, 7, 6 new to me. 1 I rescued from the depths of our basement, even though I was the one who banished her there in the first place. Sorry, Lucia. Let me know if your collection changed at all in 2025. Even if you didn't add any dolls, you get rid of some, you move some around, change names, personalities, anything like that. Very grateful to have all these dolls now, and that I was able to get all these dolls, find these dolls, afford these dolls, and it just brought me so much happiness, so I'm really glad to have them. Thank you for putting up with me and my not so great voice. Thank you for putting up with me and my rambling all the time. Take care of each other, take care of yourselves. Thank you guys for watching, and see you when I see you. Bye!